I want to tell you a story about what God is doing in our campus clubs. At one of our schools, an eighth grader came to Youth Alive one day and brought his little brother with him, who's in seventh grade. And it just so happened that day the youth pastor that is the pinpoint for that campus club was there, and he invited the students to his church. And they came, and they ended up coming on a Sunday morning. And not only did they come, but they brought their entire family, their mom and dad, and they had multiple siblings, so I think there was like 8 people total, all came that Sunday morning. And it just so happened the pastor that morning was talking about salvation and getting right with God. And I guess that what happened was it really spoke to the parents. And so what they did is after service, they walked up to the pastor and said, "Pastor, that really spoke to me. We don't have a relationship with Jesus. How do we do that?" And so pastor right there led them to Jesus. And not only that, they said, "Also, we're not married and we're living together. Are we sinning?" And pastor said, "Well, yeah. Biblically, we believe that's against what God has designed for us." And so they said, "What do we do?" So the pastor said, "Well, I think you got to get married. That's the next step. You just accepted Christ, now get married, and it's all good." So they said, "How quickly can we do that, or how do we do that, or what do we got to do?" And so pastor said, "Well, we can get you married this week." And so they came to church that Sunday morning, accepted Jesus, and that Friday, the mom and dad, they got married right in that church on a Friday afternoon. So let me tell you something. All it takes is one young person getting involved in a campus club at school, and watch what God has done and literally brought an entire family together. Now the youth pastor has told me that family has come to church every week since. How amazing is that? That, my friends, that is a story that I'm going to tell for years to come. That Youth Alive is not just simply doing something silly on a school campus, but we're literally seeing lives changed and families come together.